Killer bees are like gay. Regular, well, bees are honey bugs. What do butterflies do? I feel like they're kind of like useless to the ecosystem. They don't like what? Oh, well, like they do probably they like pollinate like flowers a lot. Well, that's what bees are for. But I'm like, I guess they could do that too. I'm like, why would they not want to do that? Are bees going extinct? Because I mean, they're extremely like important. Like, we need them. Not killer bees. Why the hell are they not going extinct? I'm like, they're a mistake. So basically, how killer bees were made, they had a regular bee. They worked good. Yeah, they were nice. They're really nice. They didn't sting a lot, but they didn't work as good as like a honeybee would or like a meaner bee. They work really good, but they're freaking mean. So then they try to combine the two and make a nice and good working bee that works hard, but is also nice and doesn't sting. But it didn't work. They literally just made like a bee that's mean and then gave it another trait so it doesn't make honey. So basically, Killer Bee, they were trying to make it so it works really good, but also is nice and doesn't sting. But instead of taking those traits, they took the opposite traits. They don't work at all, and they don't be nice. They sting a lot. They kill people for fun. And that's an accident. And, well, wasps, they're the same. Like, I get killer bees. They're a mistake. They're brought into the ecosystem by humans, but why the hell is a wasp in the animal kingdom? They're like killer bees, but not artificial. They're made by God, and like I don't know if they were made by God. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't do any research. But wasps are basically like, I like hurting people. Like I like it. And killer bees are basically the same, but they're not because they're artificial. There's like Stanley and Hitler. If you don't give them soda, they's gonna gas you. Gnats. Gnats are like fruit flies, but they don't like try to eat gay fruit that are like soggy and disgusting. Gnats they like bothering you. They just like sucking the sweat of you or like biting you for no freaking reason. But the fruit flies and gnats are kind of the same. But fruit flies move extremely slow, and they're red and their butt just hangs down, and they just look like turds flying in the air. That just came from a cancer patient. Gnats, however, they're like fox players when you're in the air. They just keep on trying to hit you, like that. They won't stop bothering you. They just try to get your sweat, and they just start attacking you. It's annoying. Like, gnats are annoying. I'm like, what are gnats even for? Like, they're useless. They don't do anything. Like, they don't do anything for the ecosystem. They don't kill anything. Do any stuff like that. But then I thought to myself, they're trying to go for your sweat. They eat your sweat that has probably nutrients left out. They get full of the nutrients. They get eaten by a bigger animal than them. Then that bigger animal gets eaten by a bigger animal. And then that animal gets eaten by us. And we get the big nutrients again. We start sweating the nutrients out. The flies try to go get it and circle. But we figured out, like, they're not useless now. Like, it's probably how sweat now, like, translate and goes through and gives everything nutrients in the world, maybe. Like, maybe that's how some things survive and some things don't. But what about mosquitoes? Those things are evil. No one likes mosquitoes. Like, I get it, probably. Like, they lower down the population, but no one likes dying, so why are they alive? Like, to translate blood, like, across millions of years so we can use it to gain advantage, so we can, like, make cool stuff, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like mosquitoes, like, they're just, what came to the thought to God when he was making mosquitoes? That's just like how you transfer AIDS and get diseases. What do they do? Bats don't drink blood, right? Actually, I think they do. Vampire bats? Is that what they called? They suck blood, and I think they eat mosquitoes. Like, I feel mosquitoes are useless. That's just what I'm trying to say. Garrett, what's your opinion on mosquitoes? Like, what do you think they're for, and how do they help the ecosystem?
They're food for other things.
Yeah, but wouldn't that they give them AIDS because they're once they eat the mosquito, they're also eating the blood that's in the mosquito? Wouldn't that ruin the ecosystem more? Like, what about gnats? What do you think about gnats?
Those
Like,
are useless.
what do you mean they're useless? I'm like, I debunked it in my head. We sweat, and then they eat the sweat, and they get full of the nutrients that's in the sweat. Then a bigger animal eats them, and then another animal eats them, and then we eat. It's like a circle. Circles are important for some reason. Flies. I feel like those are the most useful out of like fruit flies and gnats. Flies do the same job as gnats and fruit flies. They eat poop. They eat fruit. Like they eat everything. Why do like other animals get the same job as another animal? Don't we need like one animal? Like butterflies kind of do the same job as bees, just not like, oh well, what do butterflies do? What do pigeons do? Like what did God think when he made a pigeon? It's like I feel like pigeons were supposed to be fillers for the ecosystem because he had like no more ideas like this video. So like we're not like animals. Like, God created us. He's like, I want to make something that's just like me. I want something to like do my job for me and make like stuff so I don't have to do it. So I can just like watch and see what happens with this experiment. It was a bad idea. Well, I mean, like we have fun doing his job sometimes. But we're not technically supposed to be playing God. We weren't given claws. We weren't given like sharp teeth. We have no armor whatsoever, and we can stand on two legs. We're made of flesh, like meat. Like if a dinosaur was here, he'd be like, "Oh, cool meat." When I feel like he was like, "These things, I gotta make them like me, but like more overpowered." Like, how about instead of like giving them stuff to survive in the wild, how about we like give them like a tool, like a starter tool to start off, to make more stuff to survive in the wild in different ways. Different options to survive. Like, yeah. Well, we basically cheat the system when it comes to survival with humans. We depend on the system. I don't know where I'm going with this. But why do guys have titties? That's a question. Well, I feel like, okay, so we all start off as one genome. I don't even know what a genome is. This one cell thing, egg, and we're like, we have everything. We probably don't have genitalia yet, but we have everything. And so then, when it starts choosing if we're a boy or girl, it starts off with titties automatically. Then when it figures out we're a girl or boy, it'll give us the genitalia, and instead of giving us straight so we can start growing boobs later on in our life, it gets rid of that if we're a boy. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we debunked that. Then again, what am I going with that? Like, I thought of this too. A friend, thought of this, and I'm thinking of it too. So, if oil tries to separate from water all the time, that basically means if you put oil on your ninnies, and it's raining, you'll float. Obvious, like, bro, what the frick am I doing? This video doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I just need something to edit, because I just got this new editing software on my computer that I'm going to be using to edit videos now, since now with my tablet, it's really laggy and hard to edit videos without everything literally glitching and making me mad. Yeah. Guys, I don't know if you figured this out, but this is kind of like scary to think about, but that, I think, like, what was that made from? Like, I think it's made from animals. Where else do we get that from? What is that made of? There's gotta be tag here somewhere to tell us what this is made of. Horses? Is made of horses? Well, it can't be possibly made of horses, because when I wear it, it doesn't make me faster. Like, it just tightens my legs, and I can't run at all, actually. In fact, speaking of that, steroids. You get horse hormones, and you put them into your body. That's, like, not safe. Why don't we do that with any other animal? Wouldn't that be interesting? What would happen if we injected ourselves with bird genes? Would we become like bird people? lizard people, snake people. No, what am I doing? I think that's how trans works. You're transitioning into a different gender. You get a girl hormone or something, and you put it into the boy hormone, and they turn from a boy to a girl, and then you just gotta swap your stuff right here. Guys, I didn't think of this, but I'm 50% white, quarter Mexican, and a quarter Filipino. But technically, I'm more Mexican than I am Asian, because Filipinos are another mixed race. So I'm basically a mixed race of a mixed race. Oh my god, that's a lot of mix. So that basically means okay, we forget half white. Okay, the half is already taken by 50%. 50% is half, that's already taken. Now we have a quarter and a quarter. So 1/4, okay, 1/4 is fully Mexican. The other quarter is Asian and Mexican. So, and quarter is 25%, and that means we gotta divide 2 by 25%. It's 12.5. Okay, now I took that number we divided from 1/4, which is 12.5%, and then I added it to 25%, which is another quarter. And that basically means I'm actually 37.5% Mexican and 50% white. And that technically means the only Asian in me is actually just 12.5%. Wondering why I mixed race stuff Filipino. Spaniards, I think, conquered Philippines or something like that. I don't know. So Filipinos are basically Asians and Spaniards mixed together, making this circle again. Guys, I made a poem because my teacher, it was a piece of homework I had to do from my English teacher, and it was funny because at night I went to sleep at 12 because editing for like hours and hours on that, and then I was thinking like about the coronavirus, like why it's here, or like stuff like that, or like is it our fault? We all think it came from a market, but I'm pretty sure it was made by a person for chemical warfare. So when I was thinking of that, I woke up early in the morning at 5 because I couldn't sleep anymore. And so then I was talking to myself, I was like, hey, so like the coronavirus it's like I feel like it's our fault. It is our fault. I feel like God was trying to punish us with ourselves, and so we reflect on our actions. I don't know. So basically here's the poem. It's called Class in Session. God is dead. If God were here, he wouldn't have let this happen and have many people dead by one person. You'd think someone needs to be punished. Someone needs to be punished for their mistake. But what we never ask is, who is the punisher? And what is the mistake? You would say the mistake is the virus, but you might just be wrong. Maybe this virus is a lesson, and the person that needs to be punished is humanity. Just for a while, we need to reflect on our actions. If God was dead, he wouldn't have taken this into his own hand. So now we have no one to blame and no one to punish but ourselves, carrying along this lesson across the world. I've been talking about God a lot here in this video. I don't know if you're an atheist or like Catholic, but I'm like 3 races at once, and like most of the races I am like celebrate God, except I think for Asia, I don't know what they celebrate, like Buddha, like booty flies, I don't know. Speaking of booty flies, that's what we call gnats, because they're so annoying and they try to go up your booty or something. I don't know, they just like sweat. It's annoying. They're just annoying. I work out a lot, and we sweat a lot, and the freaking gnats are like, hey, yo, let's attack this person today. And then I get mad. That'll do for our video today. I kind of need an example for something to edit on my new software I want to use to edit stuff now. And, yeah, give me more ideas to make videos, and I'll do it just for fun, because, like, I need to make more videos. Yeah, I just like making content. I don't know.
Like my Dead Man's Hello?
Can I see it? That's pretty dope. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh damn, it's a dead body. I should probably run.
Huh?
Think about it, like what? Like, damn it. Portia, what is air? Like, how is air?
Oxygen.
Yeah, but there's more than just oxygen in the air. If it was just pure oxygen, we'd basically be all dead.
Well, we got oxygen and other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, the water's so warm! Okay, crap. Okay. What do you think, like, what do you think wasps are for?
Are you recording?
Yeah. What do you think wasps are for?
Nothing.
Like, do you like wasps? Or, like, honestly, if you were, like, which one would you get rid of? A killer bee or, gnats?
That's wait. Yeah. How did you learn to open your eyes underwater?
Well, you see, I was like, I didn't have goggles, so I was trying to learn how to, like, open my eyes underwater since I didn't have any goggles. Crocodile. First, guess what? Green.
Ah!
I'm just gonna get out, like.
I'm trying to learn how to open my eyes underwater so I don't need to use goggles.
Ah! Reach.